Hello everyone, Catweazle here. Welcome back to Arkham Horror, Curse of the Dark Pharaoh, turn 12. First of all, just a couple of cock-ups, only minor ones, but cock-ups nonetheless, just to correct from the last episode. Tommy Muldoon used an Elder Sign to seal the gate at the woods. That means a Doom token comes off Nyarlathotep's Doom track. So Nyarlathotep's now at 3 on his Doom track. And the other thing was we did have a crescent on the monster movement on the Mythos card, and because we hadn't used the Ancient Whispers token, that had to move on white. So it moved from north side to downtown. You can see I've moved it up there. So those were the two things I got wrong during the last episode, so apologies for that. And other than that, obviously, as I've mentioned, Tommy Muldoon managed to seal the gate in the woods. Ursula Downs went to the science building, picked up a clue, and then she also turned in her Abyss gate trophy for a further 2 clues. Kate Winthrop, well, she's currently exploring the Plateau of Leng, and she's due to come out this turn. And Hank Sampson, he went into the Curiosity Shop and got himself a Sword of Glory using the Mask of Vice. Right, that's that for turn 11, so let's get on with turn 12 with the Upkeep phase. And our first player for turn 12 is Kate Winthrop. Right, so Kate's going to be coming out the Plateau of Leng this turn. What I might do is I might actually use her clue tokens to seal the gate. There's no monsters about, so, and the Doom track isn't high at all, so I might try and use the 5 clue tokens to seal the gate, just so that leaves us an Elder Sign in our back pocket for the final gate, should one turn up anytime soon. So I think that's what she's going to do. She's going to use the clue tokens to seal the gate. She's got 5 law, and the Plateau of Leng is a -1 gate, so she'll have 4 dice. So I think we'll do that, considering there's no monsters in Arkham and the Doom track is not a problem at the moment. Because we're doing it that way, there isn't anything particularly that needs any change. So we'll leave her as she is for the time being, and let's move on to Hank Sampson. Here we are with Hank. Now Hank's got tons and tons of stuff. He hasn't got a blessing because he lost that last turn, but otherwise he's got tons and tons of stuff. So rather than him carry it all about, I think it'd be a good job for him to actually hand off some of this stuff. So I think he's going to go down to the science building as part of his movement, bump into Ursula, and he's going to hand across some of his items to Ursula that can, and she'll be able to make use of a few of them, I think. And that's what we'll do on Hank's movement. Right, next up is Tommy Muldoon. Here we are with Tommy. He's just sealed the gate at the woods, and I think he's also going to go to the science building. He's got some gate trophies and stuff, so he may be able to hand one of those in, get himself a couple of clues, just in case things start going tits up on us. Plus, he can also trade with Hank and with Ursula. Particularly want to give Hank's healing stone back to Tommy, because Tommy's he's took a bit of a hit all round. He's only got 2 sanity and 3 stamina, so the healing stone will help him get back up to full sanity and full health, I think. So that's what we'll do with Tommy. He's got enough speed, his fight and law and everything's fine, so we'll leave him as he is. And we'll move on to Ursula Downs. Here we are with Ursula. She'll be able to trade with the 2 boys, before she heads on out. So, and when she heads on out, she'll be going to get some clues. So I think she'll probably head down to the Historical Society first, before probably heading up to the Silver Twilight Lodge and doing it that way. So we'll see if we can get her up to 5 clues fairly sharpish. It's just in case something happens in the game. You can never be quite sure what's going to come out of the decks, and having an elder sign in our back pocket plus somebody who's got a few clues, well, it'll just help mitigate against anything horrible that may happen. Right, she's got she'll have enough movement to get down to the Historical Society. I think she needs 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that's fine. So I think that's what we'll do with her. Right, let's get on to the movement phase. And here we are at the movement phase, and first up it's Kate Winthrop. She's coming out of the Plateau of Leng, and she's coming out of the gate at the Unnameable. So good stuff, Kate. Right, next up will be Hank. Right, just reposition the camera slightly so we can get all his movement in. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, where he meets with Ursula. So let's have a look what they're going to trade. Well, first of all, she's only got a derringer, so he's going to give her his enchanted knife. So that's a one-handed weapon as well. So she's now got an enchanted knife and a derringer. Additionally to that, he's going to give her a couple of these masks that he's found. He found the Mask of the Messenger, the Mask of Wisdom, and also the Mask of Vice. He's going to give her, I think, having a look at her abilities and where they're up to, he's going to give her the Mask of Wisdom, I think. She can have 5 luck, so being able to swap that round for a 4 law should be very useful. So she's now got the Mask of Wisdom. He'll keep the other ones, and he's also going to give her $1. That way they'll both have $2. It's just if you end up going to either the asylum or to St Mary's Hospital, it's normally $2 to fully recuperate. So they may as well share that out so they can both fully heal should they have to. Okay, right, that's Hank's move. And next up will be Tommy Muldoon. Here's Tommy at the woods. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3. And he's also going to go to the science building. And what he's going to do is, first of all, he's also going to trade with Hank. And Hank's going to give him the healing stone. Hank's fully healed up, so this would probably be better for Tommy to use. Right, Tommy is going to give the Scales of Thoth. He's going to give that to Ursula, and the reason is, it says here, you may exhaust this card to reduce your sanity to equal your stamina, or reduce your stamina to equal your sanity. While this card is exhausted and your sanity and stamina are equal, gain +1 on all skill checks. Well, Ursula Down's maximum sanity and stamina are both 5. So if she can get herself back up to her maximums, she won't have to reduce any sanity or any stamina because they'll be equal already. Then she'll be able to exhaust this card and gain +1 to all skill checks. So that seems a sensible person to give it to, is Ursula. Right, is he going to give her anything else? No, I don't think so. But Hank, he's going to give the Sword of Glory to Tommy, and he's going to equip that. The Lamp of Alhazred that Tommy had, he's going to give that to Ursula. So should things get a bit hairy at some point, she might have to use that. So at least she's got a good magical weapon she can fall back on. And I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else that we're going to swap between those three investigators. Right, that's the end of the movement phase. Next up is the Arkham encounter phase. No, it's still a movement phase. Gee, what's it been like these last two turns? Of course. Good old Ursula's got to move. Right, we're sending her to the Historical Society, weren't we? So 1, 2, 3, 4. And she's going to pick up that clue. So she's now got 4 clues. Right, now we'll go to the Arkham encounter phase. And here we are with Kate Winthrop. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and seal the gate without using the Elder sign. She's just going to use the clue tokens. So get the dice tower out. She's got a law of 5, so that's what she's going to use to try and close it. That means she gets 4 dice and she needs 1 success. So come on, Kate. And she gets a 5. What I'll also do for a split second is put what I should have been putting there for a long while, and I always keep forgetting. It's the exploration token. She has explored, but it should have been there on the movement phase till now. But anyway, she has closed the gate and sealed it. So we'll take that away and we will put it on her play tray as a trophy. We get the blue seal of funkiness. So we have now sealed 5 gates. We are nearly there. So well done, Kate. Obviously there are no monsters in Arkham, but had there been any diamond monsters in Arkham, they'd have gone back to the cup, as it was a diamond gate. But that's good news, because we've managed to seal it with 5 clue tokens, which means we've still got an Elder sign. So there we go. There's the 5 clue tokens. The gate is sealed. We just need 1 more. Okay, well done, Kate. Next up is Hank Sampson. And what Hank's going to do is he doesn't have enough toughness tokens, I don't think. No, he's only got a Wraith left. And he hasn't got any gate trophies, so he's going to have a normal encounter, a Miskatonic University locations encounter at the Science Building. Right, let's see what he gets. Science Building. You find a muscular, bored-looking man who challenges you to an arm wrestling match. Lose 2 stamina if you accept. If this does not knock you unconscious, Sir William Brinton laughs and slaps your shoulder, offering to join your investigation. Take his ally card. If not, gain $5. Right, let's just check if Sir William's there. I'm not going to lose 2 stamina for $5. But you can always check what's in the allies. So we'll see if Sir William's in here. Sir William isn't in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to refuse his arm wrestle. As I say, we're not going to lose 2 stamina just to get $5. So that's the end of that encounter. Right, next up is Tommy Muldoon. And what Tommy's going to do is he's going to turn in his Great Hall of Celiano gate trophy to the academics, who are getting a shed load of these gate trophies to investigate. And having had a look at it for him, they're able to give him 2 further clues as to what's going on. So that puts Tommy at two clue tokens. And it was a bit of a pity actually that we didn't have Sir William Brinton, because if Hank had got that ally, if you remember, they've got the socially connected relationship card, him and Tommy. So Tommy would have been able to look for another ally. He might have had to have got rid of Richard Upton, I've got no shirt, but it gives him an opportunity to swap the allies around. So it's a pity Sir William wasn't in there, but never mind. Right, so Tommy's got his 2 clue tokens, and that's the end of his encounter. So next up, it will be Ursula Downs at the Historical Society. Here we are, here's Ursula. Just the place for her to go, the Historical Society. She's an explorer, she's going to have a look round. She's picked a clue up, and now she's going to have an encounter. The south side, brown deck, locations. Give them a quick shuffle. Alright, and let's see. Historical Society. Is it focused? A past life believer offers to channel the spirits of the ancients. You may join in and make a will plus naught check to draw spells until you draw one with a sanity cost of naught. Keep that spell and discard the rest. Alternatively, you may watch her technique and make a luck -1 check. If you pass, you may take the psychic card if it is available. Will plus naught. Well, her will's only 1, but she would get a single dice. Her luck is 2, so it's 1 dice for either. So do we want a psychic card or a spell? Let's just have a quick look at the psychic card. Oh no, we'll go for the psychic card. It's a Curse of the Dark Pharaoh card, so we'll go for that one. So what is it? A luck -1. So it will be 1 dice, a single dice. Let's see if she can get the psychic card. Is that in there? It is. A 1. No, she can't. Unlucky. But I don't think there's anything bad if you don't manage it. Let's have a look. No, it's just an if you pass. If you don't pass, you just don't get it. Right, so that's the end of Ursula's encounter. And next up, normally, would be the Otherworld encounter phase, but nobody's in the Otherworld, so we're straight to the Mythos phase. Okay. Laugh and chuckle phase. Let's get the Mythos deck and see what we've got. We've got a headline. Oh, Gate at the Unnameable, except we've just sealed it. So we're not going to get a Gate at the Unnameable. A clue appears at the woods. So there's a clue at the woods. Monster movement, we've got crescents and pluses. Well, nobody used the Ancient Whispers token this turn, so it's going to move on white down to East Town. Right, so let's read the headline. Ghost ship docks by itself. An ancient ghost ship arrives in Arkham, releasing 2 monsters into the Merchant District streets. So we've got some monsters, and in fact they're going to trap Kate at the Unnameable, because you read the headline after the monster movement, so whatever we pull out, they're going to stay in the Merchant District streets. So let's get the bag. Go in and let's see what 2 monsters have come off the ship. The first one is, Chthonian. So that looks like a job for Hank. If you remember, Chthonians, if they get activated, we've got a roll, and there's a chance that we can lose a stamina, even if we're not even next to it. So let's find what the second monster is. The second monster is a Yithian, and the great race of the Yith. So ooh, if you fail a horror check against a Yithian, you are lost in time and space. So definitely Hank, seeing as he doesn't have to do horror checks. Right, so there we go. We've now got 2 monsters in the Merchant District streets. They've escaped from the ship on the river docks, and they've begun by causing mayhem. So we can discard the Mythos card. And let's move the first player token, and that goes across to Hank. So Hank will be the first player next turn. So I think he'll be popping from the science building to the Merchant District streets to start sorting these ugly fellas out. Right, so that's it for turn 12. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much for subscribing, for all the views and all the comments. I hope you join me next time for turn 13 of Arkham Horror, Curse of the Dark Pharaoh. Until then, it's Catweazle signing off. Toodaloo.